Dr. Nadel, what is OPeN currently working on?
OPeN, the Oncology Precision Network, of course, is the data sharing effort founded by Intermountain Healthcare in Stanford and Providence. And our initial projects include finalizing the shared database. That database will be so important because it will hold all of our shared data from these multiple institutions. The second thing that we're currently working on is having new members join and share their data. So we have about a dozen additional institutions that are at various stages of signing the appropriate documents to then allow for this data sharing to occur. And then the third project that we're working on are the initial discovery projects. The way that the OPeN database works is that any institution that contributes data can then see all of the data from all other institutions. So as Intermountain Healthcare shares its data, we can now see data, and I mean genomics data, outcomes data, treatment data, survival data.
Seeing the full gamut of everything.
See the full gamut of data from all of the other institutions that have shared their data with OPeN. And then we can, either as individual investigators at our institution, use that data for research purposes, or we can join, and this is our preference, we can join with colleagues from other institutions to do investigations. Really, the primary purpose of OPeN is to guide clinical decision making. We think this is like a real-time, real-world data science application where I can say, well, I've got a patient in front of me right now that has a uterine cancer that with a certain set of mutations, and I can see what the teams in Palo Alto and Seattle and Boston and all across the country are seeing in their similar patients. What treatments did they get and how did they do? So that's probably the first thing, is clinical decision making, and then secondarily and very importantly, we'll be able to conduct these research investigations, and we're really excited about that.
So how is OPeN different than other data sharing consortiums?
There are lots of data sharing efforts going on right now, which is thrilling. We completely applaud the efforts of everyone to share data. That's critical to make important steps in cancer. The major difference at OPeN is our rich outcomes data. We have data on how long patients were on certain drugs. We know about their progression-free survival, their overall survival. We know about side effects on drugs. We can see all of their rich clinical data in addition to the genomics data. And I think that really sets OPeN apart.
It kind of connects everything together.
It really does. It connects everything together because we can see not just the patient's set of mutations in their tumor, but we can see how the practitioner treated them. And we can see all of the drugs the patient got before their sequencing data was available and what they got after. And so that really allows you to make conclusions about which drugs and which gene drug matches are effective.